side of the, like, for example, like CRISPR, which seeks to, and I learned what the acronym was from reading your book.
Wow, Jesus, good luck. I can't remember it.
Clustered, regularly interspaced palindromic.
Very good, very good. Thank you for your help with that.
No problem. It's great. I feel so smart saying it. But so they see like the future to be, and there is some merit to that, like you've discussed, whereas you can go directly into a gene and kind of tinker with it and look at its impact, or maybe, you know, use it to further some you know, medicinal discoveries or research. You, on the other hand, you focused on the for example, research done on stem cells and their behavior when they're put together, when they're not put together, and their role. And I think it's called something like fate decisions.
Yes.
Can you tell me? That sounds so cool. Can you tell me what that is and what your research has shown with regards to?
So I just first of all, just to clarify, because I want to emphasize, I want to separate myself from a lot of people that criticize DNA. CRISPR is an amazing development, okay, and it is really showing promise, not only promise, but some reality. I would say that you know, we have thousands of genes, probably more than we know at the moment because of some of the organization of the DNA, and the number of diseases that we can cure with CRISPR is large, but it's probably small relative to the number of total diseases that we have. I think that CRISPR is going to be the solution for many different diseases. I think the idea that we're going to be able to cure any disease with CRISPR is something that I would be careful with. During development, I think that as you build an organ, you start for cells. In all organisms, what happens in the beginning, you create a mass of cells that don't know what they're going to become. Then comes this amazing process called gastrulation, which I'm surprised that people can say CRISPR and they can say gastrulation. But at that moment, all of a sudden, somehow, and this is a process that I'm fascinated by, at the end of this process, which is a cellular choreography, in which the cells make decisions about their fate. What does that mean? That now cells are going to acquire not only names and surnames, but directions of what they are going to become. So some cells are going to make a heart. That's their fate. Some cells are going to make bits of muscle. That's their fate. Wow. And all these decisions are made through this process, which is called gastrulation, out of which this mass of cells organizes itself in space, acquires a set of coordinates. The cells know, some put at the front, they will make the head and the brain and the face. Some cells in the back, they will make the end of your back. Some cells, and this process, the cells are making decisions about their fate. We know a fair amount of how these decisions, not how these decisions are made. We know what these decisions are associated with, which is with the expression of many hundreds of genes in each case. But what we don't know is how those decisions really, because also these decisions are not made by individual cells, but by group of cells of defined sizes. This is perhaps the most interesting thing. How do cells know that this is the right size, you know, for making the primordial of the fate? But what we call by fate